tell us the
Guys, hello and welcome to the Liberian TV network. This is Mr. Lieutenant Prabot.
The high-level engagement with deputy ministers, especially those involved with planning in their different institutions on the performance, the second cycle of target setting for the performance management and compliance system. You know, it was initiated by the president last year, you know, as a milestone, as a presidential initiative to ensure that those who have been appointed in government deliver. The president's intention is for a result-oriented government, and therefore it should be clearly seen that those who have been appointed by the government don't just wear their titles on their sleeves, but be seen as performing and delivering service to the Liberian people, being responsive to those who brought them to govern.
Okay, so like you said, the particular initiative was launched by the president last year and all of that. Following the launching of this initiative, so far, what have you gathered from some of the ministries and some of the entities that will also be implementing this particular stuff?
Well, first of all, I would like to tell you that there are results from the implementation of the process last year. You know, we set two targets. One on developing and publishing your service delivery charter, which means what you do as an entity based on your mandate, and building your internal systems to implement the service delivery charter. Okay, so those were the two targets, you know, that we initially set to get them warm up, get their feet wet in terms of this system. And we appraised them both based on those systems, on those two targets. But I can say that, you know, over 70%, no, over 90% of the entities have been responsive to this process, which is very good, okay? And we've seen signs of improvement based on the target that they set for themselves in terms of strengthening their internal systems, whether it is human resource development, building the human resource capacity, or strengthening the internal financial management control systems, and so much more. So we are quite pleased about what has been done, because it's the first time that we are doing this. And so what we've seen initially has given us reason, you know, to be happy. But again, there are a lot of challenges involved. There are some institutions who didn't do so well, and they have their reasons for that. Okay, but we'll let the public know eventually after this.
So Claudius T. Green is my name, and I write for the Duala newspaper. Talking about challenges, how do people, how the government, choose to handle those challenges?
Of course, one of the main challenges that we see is resource. You know, it's resource allocation. You know, the budget is tight. The funding landscape, the financial landscape is not too well given what is happening globally. And so naturally you find entities struggling. But it's not an excuse. There are things you can do without, you know, the necessary financial provision. But generally that has been the challenge most of the United States.
Okay, I'm Francis K. Kopari for the Liberian TV network. You make some emphasis on your trip to Freetown and providing some, focus point. Can you tell us as to what were some of those catchy things or strategies that your institution actually gathered from the Sierra Leonean government?
First, we noticed that there was cabinet oversight. The cabinet was deeply involved in oversighting performance management in Sierra Leone. Okay, so it was taken to the highest level, which means the government can ensure accountability as a result of that. Number two, we noticed that the system was cascaded all the way to local government, which is also important. And the president of Liberia had mentioned over and over again that he wants performance management and compliance system to extend beyond the institutions in Monrovia to also include local government, superintendents and order, and we're going to work to do that. Then second, we noticed that in Sierra Leone, that resource allocation is directly linked to results. Okay, you cannot be asking for resources when you don't have proven results of how you use previous resources and what you achieve in terms of delivery service, which is very, very important. So these are some of the key lessons we learned from Sierra Leone, and many more.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From any part of the world, I'm Francis Kelly Cooper. This is how the view of Duala looked like from Duala to Simcoe Bridge. Be posted as we bring you details with regards to the newly Duala / Simcoe Bridge end. So guys, this is a famous, Saturday market, and this place has been demolished by the government of Liberia. They said that they want to extend the road. So as you can see, this is how the place has been demolished from all angles. And for now, we are only seeing the Monrovia City Police Office in the middle, but I think within subsequent time they will definitely demolish this end. But this is the Saturday market here. So all along this place, there used to be, homes, houses, yet, and this is the Simere Parish. So to an extent, the Simere Parish was also breakdown. A portion of it was actually cut, and it's been protected by zinc. And this is the Ahmadiyya end as well. So many have been saying that the Wakai government is actually ready for development. So there's the Ahmadiyya school. So there's the SDA church as well. A portion of the fence was also, break down, and we only having the magistrate court standing in the city hall. All are waiting. You have a girl, you gotta drop it down some more, man. You get one inside? Passing the traverse up.